All right, kids, and welcome back to week 4 of Chair League, season 2. And with me, as always, is my co-caster, New Type. Welcome back. Welcome to the light.
Yeah, very, very funny. Very funny there, Sin. Yes, I casted the last game from Near Pitch Darkness. Yes, we came out of the gameplay to view basically just me in a dark, barely lit room. Yes, we know.
Were you born in the darkness?
I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted the casting.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, tonight's second game tonight that we're casting, and looks like this map is D3 map, or Division 3 map, not Diablo. You have to be clear there. And we're on Blackheart's Bay tonight for Black Coffee versus ProtoMen.
Oh man, and I love these teams.
Oh yeah.
We were talking before the stream began here. I'm so excited to cast these two teams. So both these teams have so much grit, like so much grit, so much determination here in Chair League. I love it. So let's start with Black Coffee. This team started in season 1. They are one of the few of the proud, one of the originals, and they started all the way back in January of season 1. They went 2-5 throughout season 1. All right, and I know all you people are like, ew, 2-5, ew, what a scrub team. No, these guys got grit. They're still playing. They're still queuing up. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to play to cast a team like this. So right now in season 2, they're actually entering their third game, and they're entering their fourth game. They've been playing throughout all of season 2. Their record is currently 1 win, 2 losses. Last week they won against Team REV. So let's see if they can keep this momentum going, and grind out some wins here. Our other team, ProtoMen, very similar situation. I love this. We've got a storied, tenured team from all the way back in January, from the early days of Chair League. Similarly, their season 1 record, they were 1-5, and they're still here. They're still pushing through on this. They're still queuing up every week. I love it. This is what it's all about. This is about having fun, playing the game, learning stuff, and this is about making it more than just winning every week, or lead us to I'm so good at this game, blah blah blah. I love it.
No, this is what Chair League is about. This is just playing in a in a match where you have to draft, where you feel like you're making conscious decisions about how you're playing, and you know that the other team is also doing the same, and it's just a battle of a more invested battle, I guess. It's amazing. I love it.
So yeah, ProtoMen also 1-2. They won their first game against some filthy casuals back in,
is that what they're called?
That is actually the team name, Filthy Casuals. Back in early mid-April, pardon me. And so far they've been on a bit of a skid, so they're looking to turn that around here tonight on Blackheart's Bay. And this is one of those maps that are it's about as snowbally as it gets. This map can be very frustrating. If you're not ready to play that objective and play it aggressively, this map will absolutely gut you. This map will absolutely run you over.
Yeah. This map though has a separate solo lane at bottom, so it does give opportunity for some weird play in terms of the bottom lane. I continuously refer to this game, but it is just so good. The one game where we had 4 supports and a healer. Sorry, 4 specialists and a healer on this map. It's just.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That one was terrifying.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I'm sure they'll go back to normal play relatively soon. It's no, they're just gonna keep pushing. Oh, I'm sure we can afford to send somebody north to Soka. No, they're still pushing. So,
oh my god, yep.
So key players on this map, key heroes on this map are anybody with some jungling chops are going to be worth their weight in gold on this map. You agree?
Yeah, I think the fight for bottom is often ignored.
Hmm.
And a strong laner will actually do a solid push in bottom because there's actually two siege giants in bottom as well, and a silent push can be very deadly on this one. So, a very effective solo like, this was actually where Sergeant Hammer became dangerous. This map, she used to be able to just solo through the bottom and basically take down the team while they weren't paying attention. Nowadays, people are a little more pay a little more attention, so that ability is no longer there. But bottom lane's where a lot of these fights. This map is one of those maps that end in the bottom lane.
Yeah, just in terms of who we can expect to see on this map, heroes. What's your gut telling you? What are you thinking? Who you hyped up, solo laners. So characters like Zagara, characters like Thrall. You talked about sort of the older style of Sergeant Hammer play. Who else? Who else are we going to see potentially on this map? What are your thoughts?
Well, this map does actually benefit for a lot. Or sorry, sustainers actually benefit a lot on this map. Just because not having to go back is there's no pause. On this map,
the only downtime is if there's like absolutely no camps available. Like if the map is completely painted over, then you're kind of like wherever. But no, I agree. There's one quick second here.
Yeah. So
but like I agree. There's very little downtime on this map on the map, provided that there are still objectives to be capped. There's always going to be a merc camp with those precious doubloons available to you. So we're gonna get this started right now. I cannot contain how excited I am to see two teams with such determination duking it out here tonight. So Black Coffee is our home team. They're going to be having the first ban and the first pick, followed by ProtoMen, who are in. Then we're just going to proceed through the draft normally. I could see, just talking about that first ban. I mean, a lot of people are still trigger happy with Tracer. A lot of instances of Tracer not making it through that first draft. I think it's pretty safe to say we'll see her get banned out initially here. But who do you think else may not make it through this first round?
Zagara is also powerful on this. She is just really good.
She is. I agree on this map. I would be very surprised if ProtoMen. I think it's going to be ProtoMen that are going to have to ban her. I'd be surprised if ProtoMen let her through first round. You can plant Zagara in bottom lane. She can creep the crap out of that bottom lane and that turn-in area.
Yeah.
And with endless creep, it makes it absolutely impossible to get.
Impossible.
Impossible. That's a whole new level of possible. It makes it impossible to turn in without making the other team, the Zagara player, aware of your intentions. And she's got so much stuff she's got so many tools to really make those turn-ins hell for a team.
Yeah, and this is actually one of those maps where there's one single turn-in point. So anybody who can lock down a single point, Sergeant Hammer is actually extremely still powerful on this still extremely powerful on this map. Especially with the graduating range, being able to sit in a safe spot out of the way of the other team, and really difficult to get to. This map suffers a lot if you're not on the team with Sergeant Hammer.
Yeah, any goaltender is really going to be worth their weight in gold on this one. Characters like Tassadar, characters like Zagara and Sergeant Hammer, as we mentioned. Some other ones that I can think of are, characters like Muradin, who can sort of get in and get out of sticky situations while dropping an AOE like Thunderclap, and still having the health to get away from a 2 or 3 characters. Anybody capable of locking down a location from long range or capable of escaping a dangerous situation is going to be very useful on this map. This is one of the only like consistently good Rexar maps as well. I know only like 12 people in NA play Rexar, but you know what? This could be one of those. This could be one of those people on ProtoMen or Black Coffee. We'll see.
Yep. So Captain's links have gone out. We're waiting for ProtoMen to okay up here, and here we go.
Yes. So, we discussed Tracer potentially getting banned. We discussed Zagara potentially getting banned. Black Coffee with the first ban here, and let's see what they go with.
I think Li Ming might still get banned here.
I don't know. The thing is, when you're the first ban, you've got a really you're in an advantageous position. You can ban a character that isn't overpowered, and in this case, they banned Kael'thas, who is,
yes.
In this, so you can ban a character that isn't overpowered that you just don't want your opposing team to have, and now they're forced in this ban stage to ban the overpowered character. So now ProtoMen is in a weird spot where they have to pick Tracer, they have to pick Zagara, they have to pick Li Ming. Like, there's 3 very strong heroes on the table right now.
Now, Tracer was nerfed, on Wednesday.
This is true.
So,
this is true.
So,
and they go with the Zagara ban.
Yeah,
So Zagara does not make it out of the first round, as we sort of predicted, but Tracer does. I'm wondering if Black Coffee feels confident enough with their Tracer play to grab her, if they've got anybody with
Thrall,
that in their stable.
I think it might be Thrall for first pick, because Thrall is just so good at the bottom lane. And it would be a mistake to pick up Sergeant Hammer right now. That's just, you can counterplay that so easily.
Yeah. Thrall's also reasonably good in the jungle. He's able to collect merc camps without damaging himself too much, and they go with the Jaina. Okay. This is fine, actually. Good wave clear is worth its weight in gold. Jaina in a pretty reasonable spot, probably in the worst shape of the 3 mages at the moment. But this could be a comfort pick from Black Coffee. I'll have to take a look at their match history and see real quick here if that's the case.
I wouldn't say worst shape, just that she's not the 100% banner pick rate in the tournaments nowadays.
All right, and so we're seeing a quick Diablo pick from ProtoMen. What do you think about this one? I mean, the nice thing about Diablo is he is really nice in congested. He's really nice in congested spaces or forced locations. Like here's where the whole team's going to be defending a turn-in. Here's where the whole team's going to be standing on top of each other for an apocalypse or for lightning breath. So I think it's a little early for Diablo, but I can respect the pick. And Falstad also picked up by ProtoMen. Falstad's all amazing.
Falstad's amazing. And rest in peace, Magestad, whenever the patch comes out for that. So
yeah, rip in peace, Magestad. You were awesome for like 4 weeks.
Yeah. So they're getting rid of, if you guys haven't seen it, they're getting rid of Overdrive, which is it's like a fundamental portion of Magestad. So
it makes his late game so terrifying. So Black Coffee taking some time on these next 2 picks here. We've already seen a tank picked up by ProtoMen, so that's gonna
they might pick up a tank here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Johanna or Murden, 2 reliable picks.
Who else would be super fun on this one?
Stitches.
I was thinking Dahaka, but that works too.
Okay.
So there it is. Yes.
Hashtag caster divining ball here.
Oh man, there's some new type senses there. But Dahaka is picked up by Black Coffee. I love it. He's gonna be everywhere and nowhere, and crushing fools with that grab.
You know what? Having the Diablo on the other team as the tank makes Dahaka possible, I think. Without Diablo being the tank, if it was a stronger, not stronger, but more HP laden tank, Dahaka would be in a weird spot. Although. I
don't know. I think I like the Dahaka. I'm wondering if they're going to supplement this. Do you think? I'm wondering if we're going to see a more genuine solo crowd control focused tank, whereas Dahaka is forced into a more gank role or a jungling role.
Well, they've already picked tank and healer, so I would not want to see a Sonya on that team. Let's put it that way. I would be banning Sonya if I were ProtoMen.
And Sonya's phenomenal on this map.
Mhm.
Her ability to clean up mercenary camps and her ability to just not die in the clutch
Mhm.
makes her great on this map.
Well, the other thing is they're missing a solo laner, so Sonya would be that bottom lane
Mhm.
cleanup crew. Uh,
ProtoMen going deep into their time bank with this ban decision. They're
yeah.
really thinking this one through, and they go with Zool.
Okay. All right.
This is fine. No, this is great
Mhm.
because I mean, with the Zool ban, you don't have to worry about any sort of chain locks from Tyrande, Dahaka, and Zool. Getting that free route into a stun, into a Dahaka pull, or any
Mhm.
variation of that combo would be devastating to a character like Falstad.
Yeah, but I would have liked to see it, a cleanse rather than a Zool ban for that. I don't know. Zool's not, in my opinion, not really that strong in this map, but you know, I don't know what they're thinking. They might have seen a very strong play, or maybe they're afraid of a Zool suicide bomber build.
But a lot of people have found a lot of people have realized the importance of the skeleton mages and have started really
Hmm.
incorporating that more
Yeah.
than Poison Nova.
Hmm.
So Morales is banned by Black Coffee, just to ward off any stim shenanigans for the Falstad.
Hmm.
We're seeing Li Ming picked up by Protomen. And I mean, do you feel like they pick up the healer here, or do they save that one for last?
They could probably afford to save it for last. I don't think Black Coffee's going to pick up anyone unless they pick up, I don't know, Brightwing. I've seen Brightwing Tyrande do some sick filth.
And they go with Thrall. So we do see now a solid committed laner from Protomen with Thrall. Couple that with Diablo, Falstad, and Li Ming, we've got a lot of burst potential between Falstad and Li Ming, and a lot of engagement and isolation from Diablo. Last two picks coming up for Black Coffee. What's your gut telling you? Is this two damage dealers, two assassins or bruisers, or are we seeing something
Well,
wonky like two supports or two tanks?
I'm expecting Sonya, and I'm expecting some ridiculous hero. Okay.
Here's him. It's a double support composition.
Okay.
So Tyrande very likely going for Starfall and a more
Oh.
damage focused build, potentially with something like focused attacks
Mhm.
or or just a straight generic owl cooldown based build.
Mhm.
Very unlikely to see Tyrande go for a healing based build. We're more likely to see Karazim go for that. So two supports. I feel like your last pick here has to be damage, and there it
Oh.
is. It is Raynor. Yeah.
Okay.
Like so, they've got two frontliners with Karazim and Dahaka, both of which have a sort of a stasis effect. Letting them take the heat off of each other for a while. Dahaka has a self heal and the ability to burrow, and Karazim in a pinch has Divine Palm and is able to give himself a couple seconds of not immunity, but you don't want to be attacking a Karazim that's palmed himself. Last pick on the deck here for Protomen. 15 seconds left on their reserve bank of time. They're
guess
still
Malf?
short a healer,
No,
and they go with the
Rhaegar.
Rhaegar.
Okay.
I like Rhaegar in this case. He helps support the Thrall and the Diablo in the front line, and has the big heals that are going to be needed for countering the Jaina burst, for countering the Tyrande mark. And Rhaegar has a pretty reasonable cleanse tier. Rhaegar can afford to take cleanse pretty affordably without sacrificing too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It should be interesting. I guess we're looking at Tyrande being the only stun, right? Raynor has a pushback stun, but
Well, I mean, Jaina has slows. Dahaka has the pull.
oh, do you think
Oh.
they're going for Executioner with Raynor?
There's a lot of potential for this.
Oh.
Now, I mean, there's a lot of potential. We got the slow from Jaina. We got the. I don't know, there is potential. I kind of would like to see it. It's a big decision that you have to make at 16, whether or not to get the stun or to get the executioner. We'll have to see what it comes down to here.
Yeah, this is exciting. Who do you think won the draft there? I think personally, I think ProtoMen may have left the healer a little far back, and Rhaegar might not be the best pick necessarily.
I still think they're in a good shape though.
Okay.
I like ProtoMen's draft a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Black Coffee are playing something like kind of a quirky build here, with Dahaka as the frontline tank. If it hits the fan for Dahaka and he has to burrow, you do not want Thrall diving a backline. You do not want Li Ming hurling tons of damage over your tank to hit your backline.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a lot of potential for a Dahaka tank for things to sort of go wrong if he ducks at the wrong time. I'm favoring ProtoMen at the moment, simply because Black Coffee is playing sort of a gimmicky isn't the right word, but they're playing a non-traditional composition that may backfire on them if it's not executed effectively.
Yeah, I'm worried a little bit about the amount of damage. Jaina's...
Oh, they got plenty of damage, dude.
Okay, fair enough.
If Tyrande going damage, if Raynor's going damage naturally, and if with Jaina's burst, Raynor's sustained damage, and Tyrande's
that's true. Tyrande, it was Starfall. Oh my gosh, Starfall, so good. She
has the Hunter's Mark. She has Starfall. She's got all sorts of jazz. So let's get into the game here. In the left here, sporting the cool blue trunks, we have Team Black Coffee. We got Juice on the Tyrande. Rubashov on Dahaka. We got Benz on the Raynor. Dark Squall 19 repping the Karazim, and Deming Kid, pardon me, on the Jaina. On the right hand here, sporting the cool red trunks, we got Team ProtoMen. We got Jurjur on Diablo, Koinai Maku on Li Ming, Ryan 175 on Rhaegar, Desert Fox on the Thrall, and Colonel Rowe on the Falstad.
Mm-hmm. And the two bottom laners going directly to their lanes, and a little bit of a fight going on in mid at the site here. So nothing too spectacular. Just looking for some picks, some early poke.
Just getting a little bit of damage in. The Haka takes a bit isolated by that Diablo there, but he gets out just in time. He's just fine. And both teams are going to be looking to bring down this top lane real quick here. First chests spawn at 50 seconds, and that'll be coming up any moment now. Lots of damage dealt onto the Diablo here. Gonna take a quick peek at talents and see if anything's surprising here.
Yeah, so bottom lane looks pretty even, Thrall and Raynor. Top lane is looking a little dangerous for Diablo there, and he gets picked up, being slowed by that... slowed and stunned by that Tyrande. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. So
we're seeing Seasoned Marksman from the Falstad. It's going to be an auto attack build from him. And we are seeing Lingering Chill from Jaina. Common, not unusual, but if you are going for Executioner, you're going to want Lingering Chill. So that is a potential build up into that
matchup
team composition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so not the other Soulstone ability for Diablo, which gives him the quick respawn. So
yes, he went for Soul Feast, which is the health regeneration ability.
Oh, Falstad in a bit of a bad spot there, getting caught after his oh my gosh, I'm drinking a little much here.
You play Falstad.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what his E is. I just know it's an E.
His barrel roll.
Thank you.
Do a barrel roll. Peppy Hair was really disappointed with that barrel roll.
Yeah.
So both teams fairly close in XP, slight edge to Black Coffee, and both teams 5 out of 10 on coins. And right now they're just dancing around, looking for some picks between top and mid, and neither team just yet going back for the objectives.
And a great stasis there by Dahaka, nullifying all of that damage there.
Yeah, there was a lot right there waiting for him.
Mm-hmm. So, interesting thing going on here. A 4-stack from coming out of ProtoMen, and a 2-and-2 split out of Black Coffee. I think both pretty reasonable at this point. As long as you don't get picked off.
Yeah, I mean those picks right now are the majority of the XP lead for Black Coffee. If you take those picks away, it's a dead even XP match here. And yeah, Falstad just barely pushing Benz out there, and he takes a quick tap and is back in the game here.
Yeah, it looks like Thrall was going back, and Falstad was just taking his place there. So Karazim a little bit far out, but sneaks back in with his dash. Do you think he's getting, or did he get Radiant Dash? He did not, huh?
No, Karazim is going for a full-blown support build with Protective Shield and Transcendence. This is sort of bread and butter Karazim build. We'll see if any deviations occur over the course of the game, but we're seeing very standard stuff from all the members of Black Coffee. We're seeing an Owl build from the Tyrande, Snowstorm from Jaina here. Very classic sort of picks from both sides, actually, it looks like. We're seeing Colossal Totem and Feral Heart from the Rhaegar, 2 Lightning Talents from Thrall, Seasoned Marksman and Power Throw. You know, classic stuff here.
Yeah, and 3-on-2 going on in bottom here. They're trying to capitalize on it.
Oh,
and
oh
my
gosh,
gosh,
a lot of coins on Thrall.
Yeah,
Thrall
that's goes down.
That's almost the entire bank for ProtoMen. They do catch the top treasure chest and do replenish a bit there, but that's a big loss losing the coins on Thrall there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're positioning to turn in here, and it's gonna be a 5-on-4 here briefly while Thrall finds his way back in.
Oh, Falstad very far forward, takes a bit of a lick from that Tyrande stun, but does manage to get out in time.
Yeah, equal talent tiers, 5-on-4. You're definitely trying to push the advantage here. Both teams, Diablo very low on mana.
They catch him. Huge pickup. They get Falstad and Diablo in that Jaina Blizzard. Big pickup there for Black Coffee, and they're able to secure this first turn into the game.
Absolutely, this is a definite turn in here. ProtoMen has to go back to recoup their forces and just reorganize a little bit here. So Thrall goes back to bottom lane to try to maintain lane control, but Black Coffee actually taking a pretty aggressive camp there with Thrall sitting up in the top lane or in right above them.
Those two can manage Thrall, I feel.
Oh, absolutely. Thrall's actually probably in danger more than anything.
But we're seeing Black Coffee start to take some map objectives here. They're grabbing some of the small little pirate camps. They're collecting some more coins. And they have enough for another turn-in if they choose to.
Wow, that's...
I feel like in this situation, you're patient. You want to be patient here. You take your XP lead slowly, and no, they're gonna go for it. And I mean, they have vision of where the majority of ProtoMen are. They can see Falstad at top. They know that Thrall's at bottom, and they get another turn in. So that is 2 in a row. Barely a minute apart here. And that's going to be a commanding early lead here for Black Coffee. They're likely going to hit level 10 off of this this volley.
And this 5v4, this is not where Diablo should have gone in. It was a 5v3. I'm sorry, 5v3 there. That was kind of a little aggressive there. I mean, yes, they were on their side of the map. They were invading that camp, but you can't go in when you're three members on your team versus a 5-stack. So
Tyrande and Karazim hiding their ults at this point. No picks just yet. We see Divine Palm now from the Karazim. Isolation, and there's the Starfall. And so we're seeing Starfall, Isolation, Hyperion, Divine Palm, and Ring of Frost coming out from Black Coffee here. They win the race to level 10, and let's see what they look to push for.
Yeah, they're pushing. They're trying to capture somebody out of position here.
And Ring of Frost does go out, does not catch Li Ming, unfortunately. Isolation goes out. They hit Falstad, but he is able to escape. A lot of ultimate abilities, a lot of heroics expended on that chase. With no tangible reward there. Level 10 now achieved by ProtoMen. We're seeing Apocalypse, Disintegrate, Ancestral Healing, Sundering, and Mighty Gust come out. Very solid classic picks there. In terms of just overall build, again, not very much deviation from sort of the standards. Seeing Soul Steal from Diablo, so he's going for health regeneration and health sustainment. And a big team fight here over the vision. Black Coffee very injured here. They're looking for a pick so that Li Ming can go to town, and they may get one here between the Karazim or... Okay, it is the Karazim who goes down. Lots of damage, catches the Jaina as well, and they're looking for round number 3, and Dahaka is subsequently brought down. Huge swing of momentum in favor of ProtoMen.
Yeah, so many coins just went down there. They might just go turn around and go get their first turn in here.
This is the time to do it, and there they go.
Yep. Oh my gosh, look at that timing there. They're probably gonna leave a few members back and just pick up the chests. Try to get both of them. Raynor is in position for the bottom chest. They do have to turn in here to try to take the advantage.
That Gosu chest timing. Diablo capping the top chest. It looks like Black Coffee will be there in time to collect from the bottom chest here. But the first turn in for ProtoMen is completed. And, you know, it's anyone's game now. Those first 2 turn-ins were huge, but the XP lead has been mitigated. And, you know, there's going to be some damage dealt to the buildings of Black Coffee soon.
Yep, absolute even on the XP, by the way. Just complete dead heat right now.
They missed a coin. Oh, God, that coin is going to irritate me forever. Please, make our Ryan.
Please, somebody
someone get that coin. Oh,
Please.
good. Oh, Li Ming, thank God.
Oh, my gosh.
There we go. They got it. Oh, man. Saved.
Oh, and
saved.
And Raynor is going to be picked up here, I think. He's way out of position. That's
Sundering goes out to collect him, and it does go down. Okay. If you're going to burn an ultimate ability for that, you have to get the kill. It is absolutely vital to get the kill, and they're going to want to push forward and collect those coins as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're... oh, geez, 2 more coins on the other side of that wall there.
So desperate, but the monk does collect it in time. You know, Dark Squall in position to make sure that would have been enough. That would have been a turn-in available for ProtoMen.
So, let's see here. Just making sure that Falstad did get Mighty Gust. So, Falstad's probably looking to... Oh, okay, he's going back to get the camp. All right.
Falstad with very little mana. I see him getting this camp,
being out,
and then flying back to support his team. Yeah.
Yep.
And a potential invade here. Lots of damage going out under the Starfall and the Ring of Frost. Ancestral does go off on time for Diablo, but Thrall is dead. And it is a general retreat for ProtoMen. They do still have the majority of their coins hiding on that Diablo, but he's not long for this world, and he may go down shortly here. Yeah,
that isolation goes down, but they are in position to capture all 10 of those coins. So nothing lost there except for Diablo's life and all of those soul stones.
He don't give a damn.
Yeah, but he lost a lot of soul stones there, and that's going to be dangerous on his health pool. I mean,
without any of the regeneration talents, it's going to take him some time to get his health pool back up to where it was.
So Janus, oh my gosh, everyone's sneaking a turn in there on Black Coffee's side. They do manage to get most of their coins turned in there, but looks like ProtoMen are looking to turn in as well.
And they do not have the majority of their ults up. That's one thing they need to be cognizant of.
And Thrall is out of position. Thrall is cleaning up top, which just took down one of their forts, so that makes sense. But they need Thrall. They need Thrall's Sunder.
Yeah, Mighty Gust about to come up, and the other ult's still roughly 30 seconds away for ProtoMen here. They do go in. They do catch Dahaka. Dahaka goes down. Tons of damage going out. Ring of Frost whiffs, hits no one. Thrall way too far forward, does get brought down by the ensuing blizzard. Diablo also falling, and it looks like it's going to be Black Coffee winning the day here with a Shrink Ray and a kill on Falstad.
Yeah, that's a 3 for 1 there. That is a definite win for Black Coffee on that engagement. They're going to turn in the rest of their coins there, and they are 1 coin short of a full turn in there.
The initial engagement absolutely went to ProtoMen. They picked off the tank. They got the Haka out of the equation, but then they pushed a little too far forward, and they got hit by a lot of that Jaina damage. Jaina doing obscene amounts of damage this early in the game, 29,000, and the Starfall as well. Starfall has pushed Tyranda's damage above Raynor's.
It's crazy.
25,000 damage from Tyranda. She is almost beating Jaina in damage.
That is nuts. I mean, just and really, this amount of zoning here, the amount of like angry circles going out, is just crazy. That Muddy Gus doing a good disengage there.
They need to disengage here.
Yeah, they really do.
They're inches. Black Coffee is inches away from 16, and that is not a spot where you want to be. Let's take a peek here when they do hit 16 on what Rainer ends up picking. Rainer still waiting on that pick. Does he go for Executioner? Does he go for the Bullseye? He goes for the Bullseye.
Okay. So it's not going to be an Executioner build, as tempting as that is.
That's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
And,
great timing for the turn in here.
Yeah, ProtoMen in position here to dump off a lot of their coins, and it looks like they are going to be there in time, with Falstad taking a lot of damage, but sort of delaying the Rainer there, offering themselves up as a piece of bait, and that bait was hooked and
eaten.
Yeah,
eaten alive there.
Some other fishing analogies insert here, but they did succeed in capturing, completing that turn in. So the bottom fork may go down under this damage.
Yeah, rather than trying to defend against this, they are pushing forward with all their might.
A huge push coming in from the bottom from Black Coffee. They get both of the siege camps here, and that has got to force a reaction from ProtoMen. They have to commit resources to dealing with that push.
They're actually doing a really aggressive invade at this point, like trying to,
I like this. This is where you want to be aggressive as Black Coffee. You want to get on the map. You want to be scary and annoying so that ProtoMen cannot rotate to deal with that bottom siege camp. And right now it looks like they're going to tend to their own house. They're going to deal with this this bruiser camp at top and collect some of these topside pirate camps for the coins.
So they are well within their range for a turn in at this point. They should be able to turn it in if they went right now, but it looks like their window is quickly being eliminated at this point. So
starting to close, but I mean, what I'd like to see here is I'd like to see them cap this bruiser camp, wait just a little, and if they see any sort of motion on that camp, if they see anyone move for that camp, you force the turn in immediately.
Looks like
they're going
for checking.
They're going for the turn in. They're waiting for it. They're owl checking the boss. I love this idea. They have no idea where ProtoMen are at the moment, and there they are. They're at the turn-in point. Falstad very far forward.
Oh!
By Dahaka, he is gone. Goodbye. See ya, Falstad. Huge
But so much
goes out.
So much AOE going out.
Rainer is brought down as well. This could be anyone's fight. The monk so low, palms himself, and is brought back with the palm. Rhaegar also dropped, and that is it for ProtoMen. They have to retreat. Black Coffee, they are smiling like a butcher's dog. They've got all the coins, they've got all the momentum, and they've got to turn in.
Yeah, this is where you go bottom and just like push in their face here, or they go boss. No, this is boss
material. Dahaka already in position, getting his way up there, and this is ugly for ProtoMen.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot this boss was here. Who put this boss here? The boss being picked up with the Kraken in the background. With one tentacle. Reached up. So
what is dead may never die, Sin, but comes back as a boss with your color.
Yeah, absolutely. So boss is picked up as expected, and looks like most of ProtoMen is in position to defend against that boss. So what do you do as Black Coffee right now?
Right now, you get some of the easier camps, and that just majestically spawned at the exact moment they needed it to.
Yep.
And you've got a turn in. You've got a freebie turn in, and Dahaka in position to get rid of this, get this chest at bottom. Surprisingly, he doesn't go.
That's probably smart. Probably smart. I mean, even though you can see all 5 members on the... okay. You probably should have started, considering you could see all 5 members of the other team.
There was no danger in starting the chest just a little bit earlier. It's not going to punish them too bad here. They've still got plenty of time to complete the turn-in. And this owl will dismount Li Ming, which is a big deal here. She had the range to potentially interrupt this if she was not dismounted. Yep. And Black Coffee able to secure an exit off of an excellent stun from Juice. Absolutely no room for an engagement there from ProtoMen.
Yeah, that dismount was just brutal. I mean, like, that Lunar Flare just completely annihilated any chance of an engage there. So, wow, that was very impressive on the Lunar Flare there.
Yeah, ProtoMen, I think this is a good idea here. They keep an eye on that. They keep an eye on that smoke, but they've got to get some momentum on the board, and they've got to steal some coins away from Black Coffee.
Yeah, they can't let Black Coffee keep getting coins here.
But they're inches from 20. They cannot take this fight.
No,
20 pops for Black Coffee, and it is now they're now in the danger zone. ProtoMen has to hustle out.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous position for ProtoMen. They really need to wait until all the ults are gone.
That being said, a pair of ults were burned. Hyperion and Ring of Frost. Big damage ults were burned. Starfall does go down. A huge amount of damage heaped onto ProtoMen. They do isolate the Monk, but that doesn't mean much. He hops away, and it looks like Black Coffee are going to be able to retreat and escape here.
Diablo really far forward and suffering a little bit from that.
Just a little too much, and with that death, they're able to turn. Black Coffee now on the offensive. They're going to look for somebody just a little too far forward here, and it looks like, nope, they got the kill they needed. Diablo is down, and ProtoMen unable to re-engage on this. They actually have to go back because of the incredible amount of pressure that's going to be heaped on their core in just a moment here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to clean up a little bit at core. That's a lot of two buildings. What keeps?
Yeah, two have been dropped already.
Oh, I used the right term.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Someone timestamped this. Add this to the highlight reel. Sid finally remembered the difference between a keep and a fort.
Oh baby! So yeah, the two keeps down on ProtoMen's side. They really have to watch their core a little bit. Make sure the shields hold up on the core there. So and Black Coffee really taking advantage of this situation and just cleaning up the coins, painting the map blue, and just really taking control of the map entirely. So they are 13 of 20 right now. There's just not enough coins on the map.
No, this is one of those situations I was talking about where like there's not a lot you can do just right now. ProtoMen are going to be hitting 20 shortly here, and at that point there's potential for this game to even up. But right now Black Coffee firmly in the driver's seat, and they are not taking their foot off the pedal anytime soon here. They've got two fresh pirate camps here just spawning, and they're going to get four more coins, pardon me, as a result. Slowly edging their way up to the next big turn-in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Dahaka was doing there. He has a large number of coins. Oh, he was just checking, I guess, the upper smoke. But they are they're doing a risky turn-in right now. Oh, and the Apocalypse.
I like the turn-in. You get it off. You get it off you so that even if you do go down in this late game here, where the death timers are gigantic, you get the coins off you and you save yourself. Diablo isolated, heaps of damage dropped on him, but Mighty Gust is able to peel off the Black Coffee and keep him alive. Diablo goes back in, gets stunned, and the Ring of Frost isolates him and is brought down. Sundering not very effective there. Apocalypse, however, does go off, and it looks like it's going to be another rout from ProtoMen, and they have just given Black Coffee the coins they need, in addition to these chests here, the coins they need to complete their turn-in.
But they're actually in a bit of an interesting situation here. It's a 4-on-3, but I think ProtoMen actually have a little more health at this point.
There's potential for ProtoMen to edge this out, but with those coins going down and with no ultimates available for ProtoMen, I still would give the edge to Black Coffee.
Yeah, so Falstad doing a really risky turn-in at this point.
Really risky.
Oh, jeez. But I guess Li Ming was just trying to get them, in position for in range, really.
A lot of damage going out from the Li Ming. The Monk, Dark Squall, is able to keep his team topped off here and does go in. So a lot of damage heaped in on the Monk, and it looks like it's going to be another retreat from ProtoMen. Got to get out of range of that Lunar Flare, or pardon me, out of the range of that Starfall. And with Diablo and Thrall coming back to the party, it looks like, you have to defend here. ProtoMen cannot leave this spot. If this turn-in is completed by Black Coffee, that could spell the beginning of the end. However, Black Coffee has to notice Thrall is in the backfield here, cleaning up the Winions. So this is a decent time for them to push forward and try and get that turn-in.
But smart move from Black Coffee. They're going to get all the camps. Right now is a perfect time to basically take advantage of any camps that come back up. They are coming back into the
huge
point.
Damage goes out, but Rhaegar is hit by a lot of Jaina's burst there. This is scary.
Super low.
Scary. Big Ring of Frost does catch Thrall and Diablo, and they start piling on the damage.
Oh, great Mighty Gust there, pushing everyone.
Gusts them into his own team, though, who are injured and trying to retreat, so I don't know if that actually was worth it.
No, that was actually...
Yeah, I mean, it was very flashy, very pretty, but, look at the HP bars on ProtoMen. You do not want to be pushing Dahaka towards your team when they have that many hit points.
Yeah, it's a 5-on-4 right now.
And the catapults are going to win the game. The catapults are winning the game. The Winions are going to bring it down.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this is really scary. 5%.
This is checkmate. The catapults are going to bring it down in a moment here, and that might be GG.
Yeah.
And it is GG. Black Coffee with the win, with the somewhat unorthodox double support play.
Oh man, look at those Winions. those catapults just silently hitting away at the core there, and winning the game for Black Coffee there. So who indeed?
I love these double support compositions, dude.
Yeah.
We're seeing them, more and more often. We've run into them a couple times here. The era of the DPS Tyrande is upon us. Tyrande with the most damage from Black Coffee.
What is going on?
4,000 damage.
Oh my god.
% higher than Jaina's, or caster math, whatever. X% higher. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that is insane. I mean, really, the Jaina Blizzard, the Tyrande Starfall, the Raynor Hyperion, just angry circles everywhere. And when you stack all three of them on top of each other, you basically drop the entire team. Especially with the amount of control with Dahaka's, you pull one person back into the midst of that death circle.
I mean, the issue at hand for ProtoMen was that they had a lot of melee centric characters. They had Rhaegar, they had Thrall, they had Diablo. Those characters are naturally going to bunch together, and those characters are going to naturally make themselves vulnerable for area of effect attacks.
Yeah.
I mean, this was something that probably it was there in the draft. I probably could have considered it, probably could have looked at it, but it's definitely something that when you see it play out, they had a lot of characters on the front line eating a lot of damage from Jaina, Tyrande. Dahaka even as well has an area of effect ability that was contributing to the fights. We've said it in the past, man, and I feel like we have to bring it up again. Solo tank Diablo. I mean, do we feel like it's a thing still? Do we feel like that's still a viable pick for solo tank?
I have yet to see a solo tank Diablo actually win competitively. I mean, I just can't see it. Like, at least something like Sonya or some other beefy character. Like Thrall, okay, I guess Thrall's technically beefy, but...
Thrall's pretty beefy, but the problem with it was, as I mentioned, you're opening yourself up to all sorts of area of effect issues. I have to go back and look at the draft and look at the draft progression. I feel like Tyrande was picked before the before the second bans. Tyrande was the second round for Black Coffee.
Tyrande was second round for Black Coffee. That's correct.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It just seemed like the as we mentioned, there were just too many angry circles for them to deal with.
Circles everywhere.
It's tough. I mean, they had the Li Ming, they had the false stab, they had the range damage. I can see now the decision to ban Morales. That's a pretty reasonable one. You want them to be as close together as possible. You want to have to, get people, bunched together. And Rhaegar is, you're forcing a melee healer with that Morales ban.
Yeah, so that was crazy. just the control that Black Coffee had on that map. Dahaka really showing his ability as a solo tank better even than Diablo. I'll be honest with you. I mean, just the amount of mitigation he can do with his stasis.
I mean, his self heal helps take some of the heat off of Karazim and Tyrande. Lets them heal other characters that might be needing it more.
Yeah. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I mean, just Li-Ming doing a crap ton of damage, but just not enough to.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
Kudos to Kunemaku. They really kept their team in the game, both on the XP front, the damage front. Really keeping it together, keeping it an even keel when things started to get real hairy, and things that the situation in that game changed very frequently. There were plenty of times when Black Coffee was ahead, and it looked like they were going to run away with it, and then ProtoMen got a heap of kills, and suddenly, ProtoMen are getting the turn in. ProtoMen have the advantage. They have the edge. Excellent back and forth game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like seeing these double support compositions where Tyrande's going for a more committed DPS build and clearly putting the numbers out.
Yeah, Tyrande hardly a support in this situation. I mean, really, she had Shrink Ray, I guess, and her healing was 20,000, so not inconsequential.
I like the Shrink Ray. I think the Shrink Ray's a good pick against a melee heavy composition. You can Shrink Ray the and Rhaegar is so bloody slippery. It's so irritating. Always being able to effectively mount up and run from a situation. And Thrall, again, very difficult if he's got Wind Fury available and is able to hustle out. Having Shrink Ray available to just like, nope, you got bricks in your pants now. I like the Shrink Ray pick. I think I think it was smart. I would have loved to have seen an Executioner pick from Raynor if the Shrink Ray was going to be picked up at 13, and with Jaina taking Lingering Chill at 1, there was such a setup available for Executioner. It was unbelievable. But going with the Bullseye. Going with sort of the most classic of Raynor builds. Solid play from Black Coffee.
Yeah.
They knew the composition. They clearly know how to play the characters, and they executed very, very effectively.
A little piece of advice. I'm looking at Falstad. I'm a pretty heavy Falstad player, so the 13 talent Giant Killer was just not quite as effective on this map, or on this comp. There wasn't really a lot of health on the other team with Raynor, having 2 health pools. Dahaka, not really known for having a lot of health. It's self heals. And all the rest, the Giant Killer was a little bit wasted, and I think the static shields would have been better in this situation, especially with the number of times Falstad was just a little far forward. He actually took the AA build, Season Mark's secret weapon. Yeah. Power throw.
Do you think with the HP pools on Black Coffee, it would have been a better decision to go with the Mage Stad build?
I mean, it would have been good for some of the engages or disengages. I'm okay with the AA build, but I don't know. The A build requires you to stand still for Tyrande. Well,
a good stutter step. Good stutter step micro can help mitigate that. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Tyrande has very few hit points. Raynor has a respectable number of hit points, and Jaina is made of glass.
Yeah. Actually, because of the Jaina, I think definitely the Mage Stad build. Because Jaina's range is not very far.
I feel like you had sustained consistent damage with the Diablo, with the Thrall, and in some ways with the Rhaegar as well. I think if you take Li-Ming and you couple it with a burst damage Falstad, you can bring down Jaina really fast. You can bring down Tyrande really fast, and help swing those fights a little more quickly.
Yeah. So, the A build may have been a mistake, but hard to say really. I mean, I've seen it work. I've definitely seen it work, especially with Mighty Gust, and if you can position everyone or catch somebody out. But you know what? Black Coffee was really good at staying together.
They were
super good. I mean, they didn't engage. They didn't move into the fog without Dahaka leading the way. They didn't take unnecessary risks, and it really paid off for them. So
yeah, kudos to Black Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I think we're gonna close things down for this game. Black Coffee winning the day, bringing their record up to 1-2. ProtoMen, unfortunately, every week it's one team, two men enter, one man leave. The rule of the Thunderdome, and unfortunately, ProtoMen are gonna fall tonight. They're down to 1-3 for the season. We'll be keeping an eye on them, seeing how they do going forward here. Like I said, I love seeing these teams with this grit. They are diehards. They clearly love this game, and we love casting. We love casting teams like this.
Yeah, good job all around, and we're excited to see you again. Next week for those matches. But in the meantime, we got another one coming up shortly. So I'm gonna take a quick pause here to reset the stream, and we'll see you in 5-10 minutes here for the next game. So, thanks.